Olá pessoal, era só para se inscrever aqui no YouTube, que é Frinchak principal, bem na Twitch, que vou passar para aqui, que é Frinchas, por isso vai lá, vai ao TikTok, está aí, Frinchak Youtuber, e mais nada. Tens o Discord, por isso, bora para o vídeo. Pá, não sei que tipo de jogo é este, não me perguntem. Dizem se gostem da câmera. É a primeira vez que estou a jogar isto. Temos que seguir. Mas nós somos este? Ui. Eu não consigo falar assim tanto. Hã? O que aconteceu?
I love you. Have a good day.
Ei, oh mano, o que se passou com o rato?
So many memories, and I've not taken the time to...
Pois é, isto não tem a...
think about how much they mean to me. It's time for a change.
Espero que gostem, né? Isto não tem em português. Só para relembrar. Mas já, eu explico a cena. O gajo é gay? Eu acho que... Ou é uma namorada? Ah, será que sou eu esta?
I've got to get out of the habit of ignoring the small miracles in life. I only seem to pay attention when something is wrong, not when it's right.
Até gosto de estar assim, filho. É diferente. Quando gravo. E adoro mesmo
Even
assim.
an elevator is a minor miracle. Someone invented this. I know consciously that there was a time when this technology didn't exist. It's just so hard to see beyond the present.
E agora? Podes pegar no...
I'm going to tell him how I feel.
Ok, ele vai... Vai ter com... Com a namorada? Ah, isso sim, eu já percebi. Que eu posso pôr ask. Mas já, espero que deixem aquele like. Parece ser fixe o jogo. Calma. Virar o pisca. Rapaz, estás a virar para onde? Isto nem diz.
We used to walk in the park together. We should do more of that.
Ah, se calhar sou a namorada.
I didn't expect it, but I feel happy I've made this choice.
Está contente. Ela morreu? Estou a entender o jogo. Ou seja, quem nós somos, morremos neste trágico acidente. Seja isso, não é? Ele é ele. Não é? Mas somos nós que estamos a controlar? Eu não faço ideia.
Patterns.
Patterns.
Every day the same start. Harry never wakes up from my alarm.
Aries. Calma, que eu.
A routine is good, to a point. I used to love this efficiency, but I feel trapped by it now. The same stories I've carried with me for years between houses.
O que é que vais fazer? Uma camisola, ok.
I think I'll wear this one. It's Harry's favorite t-shirt on me. I love this painting, and I can't remember the last time I really looked at it. These daily things, they're good, but weigh us down too. I've got to a good place in life, but I feel like I'm not taking it further.
Estás a conseguir uma vida assim fixe?
I usually go to the bathroom first, but I could live dangerously. Maybe I should have breakfast first today. Living on the edge.
Então vamos aqui à cozinha para
Was
fazer.
that the first domino to fall, to change the future? Dun dun dun.
Tão, tão, tão. Pior.
Tea.
Chá. Chá é bom, pessoal. Bebam um chá que é bom.
A man takes the lead, Grandma would tell me. I guess I need to step up to the line. I've got a great thing here.
Tens?
She's a good woman at heart. Old-fashioned, but still. She's right. A man steps up to challenges. I'll ask Harry to marry me. Husband and husband for the rest of our lives.
O gajo é gay.
I'm not sure Grandma would approve. She's come a long way. It's hard to tell with her.
Ok. Ok. Ele vai tentar casar com o Harry. Nunca sabe. Pode dizer que sim, né? Ora, eu ia falar-vos.
Of course, as Will's grandmother, I knew him since he was born. I visited him in hospital on that first day. I still remember the day that James, that's Will's father, handed my grandson to me. He was such a handsome boy from that first moment. Back in the 1980s, James was running 3 pubs in London. He was quite into that punk thing and looked a terrible state to me.
Ei, mas...
I would babysit Will as often as I could to make sure he had someone normal in his life. James and Sharon would always be putting on some awful music, if you could call it that. Not my cup of tea at all.
Porquê que
I
isto está
turned it
alto?
off first thing whenever I was babysitting.
Porquê que a gaja está alta?
It's good for a young boy to be outdoors. But Will never really liked that when he was young. Sharon had some problems with the birth, so Will was an only child growing up. He played by himself a lot. Sharon was an art teacher. She always had her nose in a magazine full of pictures. It's not the way to inspire a young man to a career, if you ask me. James loved such peculiar books, all those horror things. That one about the rats. Dreadful things, really. I don't know what he saw in them.
E agora?
Will's mother is an American. Sharon. They met
American?
through James's pubs. She
Pois.
took Will away to America for 3 years when she and James split up. They got back together again, though. I loved Will. I always just wanted him to have the best possible start and to be successful. I suppose I sound awful, saying his parents were doing everything wrong.
As vidas são dele. Deles, né? Então.
I remember that evening. Will had been quieter than usual. He told me that he'd been in a fight.
Curto, anda lá porrada o filho. Bora.
Another boy had been calling a girl names because she had dark skin. Will was punched in the stomach when he tried to get the boy to stop.
É isso, olha o filho.
I asked him if he had cried, and he said yes.
Choraste? Não
I
chores
told
mais.
him that big boys don't cry.
Exatamente.
I remember him asking me then, what do big boys do when they're sad?
O que é que eles fazem?
When he was grown up, I told him he would be a good man. He would be able to stand
Claro.
up to others. He had done the right thing, I told him, even
fez
though it
certo.
hurt him that time.
Que é isto? Ah, vai andar a. Que lindo.
Looking back, I don't think he seemed very comforted.
Não sei te confortável. What?
When he was going to bed, Will tripped on a toy.
Que ainda foi esta, mano. Mas porquê que estamos. Ah, por causa da idade dele. Ora, agora estamos altos.
I
Crescemos.
remember carrying him. He was trying so hard not to cry.
Burro. É que o meu é burro. E agora? Ah.
He was so small in my arms. I've never forgotten that feeling.
Mano, estou quase a dormir porque isto não tem aqui um som assim tipo. Se calhar vou pôr no vídeo. Ok. E agora? Ora, deixa. Ah, ok. You can chase the camera sensitivity. Ah, ok. Ah, está fixe. Mano, isto está-me a pôr com suor. É normal.
It's most odd what sticks with you. A whole patchwork of memories making up our lives.
Dinossauros. Também daqui a bocado vou tipo terminar a ouvir. Ok. Tipo uns 10 minutos.
I took him to bed to read him
Ah,
a
tá aí.
story.
A sério que vamos estar aqui assim?
He liked ghost stories, but I thought he was too young for them. He would get very scared after the light was out. Sharon kept on buying him more, though. I had to check the room for ghosts before he would sleep.
Oh, filho. Já foste. E agora? O livro?
I always look carefully to reassure him.
A sério? Vais pôr na cadeira? Ah, vais ler o livro. Está ali. Que é este? What?
I remember promising him, while I looked, that I would always protect him. I would always be there for him. I'm sure he
Exatamente.
thought I just meant about ghosts, but I meant it for everything. I always remember that feeling. I wonder if I knew his life wouldn't be easy.
Vai ler o livro e vamos dormir, pessoal. Ok?
I wasn't reading a new ghost book. I was reading him Grimm's fairy tales. The old stories are much better than these new ones. That night was a strange story called The Ungrateful Son. It went something like this.
O que há? E agora?
Will was asleep before I finished it, which was probably a good thing.
Ok.
I felt strange after reading it. I wondered about whether I really could keep him safe. The world is so unpredictable. I would do my best like all good grandmothers.
Claro.
I could still see him sleeping there now, like it was only yesterday.
Aí, ó, Mário, isto é uma puta com sono, ó, filho. What? What? E agora? Assim eu vou terminar o vídeo. Ei, ó, mano, o som é mesmo alto. Ah, não dá. Deixa eu pôr só um bocadinho baixo, só um fio. Olha, só pus isto. Pus 3 ora. Acho que está fixe assim.
The world changes so quickly.
Sério? Ah, bom, não é? Normal.
I remember the family visiting me when Will was a teenager.
Will is teenager. Quem é esta mãe? E o pai.
Did you ever hear the song Here in My Heart?
Nunca ouvi.
That was playing when Robert first kissed me.
Aí o Roberto, mano. O Roberto.
They don't sing like that anymore. Such a shame.
É hora, such a shame, ao filho. E agora como as músicas estão a
I like to
ficar?
go to the seaside of Brighton. They sell these glass animals there, handmade. I started collecting them years ago, and I still get a new one every time I visit.
Wow!
I went to visit family in New Zealand after James left home. It was a very long trip. I could only make it once. It's such a shame to be so distant from family.
Oh, such a shame, ao filho. E agora? Aqui? Hã? Ah, o quadro.
My husband Robert died when Will was young. He was a good writer, I do wish he had tried a bit harder. Still, I loved him.
3 vezes a falar de Roberto, mano.
It was only a matter of time back then before Diana divorced Charles. She'd done that interview, and we all knew it was coming.
Huh?
Us old people still think about these things, but no one was saying much, so I started a conversation. I see that Diana is in the news again. It seems like she's never out of it these days. It's about time she stopped keeping everyone waiting.
I think it's sad. She was bullied into all of this from the beginning.
The rest of the conversation didn't go well. Will frustrated me so much. Sharon didn't join in, but it wasn't hard to imagine what an American might think of it all. James wasn't much help. He's always held liberal views on things.
Liberais.
I wish I'd never even started the conversation. They didn't want to hear my opinion. Excuse me, I'm going to make some tea, I said. No one offered to help.
É que triste. Mas não são os coisas, cá lá, os convidados, digamos. Eu acho, na minha opinião. Curto, o que é que está a acontecer ao filho?
Was it childish? I don't think any of us wanted tea, but I didn't want to talk to them anymore. It seems like a strange thing to remember, but some things stick with you. James and Sharon were both adults, but Will... There wasn't any choice in my day, but it gave me a quiet life. That was good enough.
Olha, eu posso andar com um rato? Oh! Oh! O quê? E olha, vou jogar assim.
These days it's easier to be different, to forge your own path or something like that, and everyone else be damned.
Que é que esmiou ao filho?
It's not good to stick out like a sore thumb. You have to fit in. I was worried about him, getting all these views. It could get him into trouble. Will was only at the start of his life, but those years are so important. I wanted him to keep his head down, not start arguments. I let the tea brew.
Aí eu vou estar assim, ó filho, esquece.
And I found myself crying, standing in the kitchen like a silly old what's-it. He was going to go off with views like that and get in trouble, and I couldn't do a thing. I knew something had been broken that day between Will and I.
Pois, isto terminou o vídeo, ok pessoal. Oh. E é melhor assim com o
I
rato.
took a deep breath and pulled myself together. It simply doesn't do to let others see you get upset.
Não fiques triste, ok. Ok. Ok, pessoal, já sabem, deixa aquele like, subscrevem, compartilham com os teus amigos, comenta o que achaste e vamos crescer esta comunidade, não é? Vamos parar por aqui e mais um vídeo do Finchaico e ver as últimas vídeos, novidades, o que for. Por isso, fui.